Hi guys and welcome to this video. Today I will show you how to use the new image API on ChatGPT on make.com. This is like a really exciting video because this is brand new. The OpenAI just released it yesterday, the new API. So basically the image that you are doing on ChatGPT that you see everyone hyped about, like doing the Ghibli images and all the like action figure image about celebrities, for example, now you can do it in volume using automation. So this is really, guys, I will say that is probably one of the biggest hypes of this year because now you can create images, infographics, marketing material, ads in volume using automation. So I'm really excited about this video, guys, and today I want to show you how to integrate with make.com. Again, I saw some videos some people already doing with NA10 with AI agents on the NA10 platform, but I didn't saw until this video, until I'm recording right now, I didn't saw any video about make.com and how to integrate it because it's a little bit tricky, and I will show you on this video how to use it. So I think it's probably the first video of the API with make.com, and I just again show you this module here, this workflow that I have here, and show you how to use it, basically generating a LinkedIn post now with a super extra of creating an amazing image, an infographic, an asset for your content. And that was one of the main issues for a really long time, where the images was not super good, always with errors. But right now you can use the new image generator with the API. So I'm really excited. Again, I saw some videos on NTN, but no video about make.com. So I want to show you how to do it. Again, please be aware that all the instructions for the images, we have a really complex prompt for images, are really complex for LinkedIn, will be down below in our skill community. So if you want to grab all of these and all the prompts and start actually creating images in bulk, and LinkedIn in this case, you can grab this entire automation inside our school community down below on the link. So just click it on and you have all the resources there. So basically, as you can see here on the screen, I have LinkedIn basically by creating a Google form. So I'll have to just fill out this Google form here, and I'll go back again. And basically, I just need to give him a topic and an audience, and he will create a LinkedIn post with an image using the new API image generator. So I just fill out, like, for example, topic can be like safety in AI, or work office versus home office, for example, and the audience can be founders. But before I just submit it, and I'll show you in a second, for example, this was one of the images I just created automatically for one of my LinkedIn posts that I tested out. Again, it still needs some little tweaks on the prompt. Again, I did this prompt for this video, but as you guys can see, it's really good. I'm really excited about it. You can change sizes. There is so much more control on the API rather than on ChatGPT itself. So it's really exciting for people that do automations like ourselves. And if you want to create stuff on image generation, this is really cool. But again, guys, if I go back, as I said, this is just a super basic workflow where I have actually a Make AI agent. And if you don't know how to do Make AI agents, please just go out to our previous video here on YouTube. You will see it step by step on how to create one. But basically, these Make AI agents just have like one tool that is a web search tool, which is another workflow. So basically just calls this workflow to do some research about the topics that I put it on the Google form. So again, these two steps are pretty simple: is watch responses on Google form, and then goes to the Make AI agent, which can do some research on the topic. And basically here is it's a really big prompt, guys, but again, I'll be down below on our skill community. But basically just says you have to create a high engagement post, help me write a post about the user's topic. The tools you have is just to use the web search tool to search the topic. Always do research using the tool before doing the LinkedIn post. And then there is a bunch of rules that just for like better LinkedIn posts, just to know the hook and rehook. He calls about following with a strong curiosity, second line. So it's just a more complex way to do that we like to do our LinkedIn posts. I give some examples of hooks as well, some tones, and an example of the workflow, which is basically you grab the information from the form, you use the web research, and then at least you do the LinkedIn posts. Okay, so this is for the link post, not the image yet. We'll be there in a second. But basically, this is the new AI agents, and again, the message. So this is just the additional system instructions. And this is just a message which I just put the topic and the audience. I don't give any more instructions. They're all here on the additional instructions. So again, if you don't know how to do an AI agent. And again, please note that you don't need an AI agent for these. You can just have like an OpenAI module normal or open router module and just say, hey, create me a LinkedIn post about these. I like AI agents now because you can actually do web research and you can just add more tools into it, which is really kind of cool. And the LinkedIn posts are way better with some web research previously than making the LinkedIn post. But again, this is not like the bread and butter of this automation. Then what we have is just an open router that actually creates the prompt for the image. So this is really one of the most important modules on this one, which is basically grab the LinkedIn post response, and what he does is this really big prompt here. Again, it will be down below on our skill community, but basically I tell them that according to the LinkedIn post, please do a prompt for image, not the image itself, but the prompt that I will be using on the HTTP request with the image API. And as you can see here, I'll not read the entire thing, but it says, you are an AI assistant that converts LinkedIn posts into visual concept prompts for creating branded marketing graphics. These graphics are intended to visually enhance the LinkedIn posts, making the message more engaging and aligned with the branded identity. Then there is some objectives like review and interpret the LinkedIn post provided, determine the core idea, write a clear and effective image prompt, the result which will be a market-oriented design. Again, you can change this for whatever style of the image you want. This is more for marketing assets because I'm doing LinkedIn posts, so I want to really like those, you know, those graphics where you have like comparison between the two things or just like an infographic. So this is more tailored to that. And as you can see here, the output is structured just like only return the visual prompt, don't restate or summarize the LinkedIn post, don't include explanations or filler content. Again, this is super complex. You can do like a basic one. You don't have to do all of this stuff. And then I give like an example of a format at the end. But again, this is more for marketing purpose. Again, you can just continue building your prompt. You don't have to do it like this. But you know, this is for a marketing asset on the image. So this creates the prompt that will be used on the image. And I just add this module again, you'll see why. Basically what happened is that when you send to the HTTP, and that's why there was this little error before I start shooting this video, is because sometimes he puts quotes inside the prompt to explain some part like a title, and it gives an error because the HTTP request module already have some quotes in the beginning and at the end of the prompt, and if you put quotation marks in the middle, he will give an error. So I need to remove all of those quotation marks. So this is just a basically replacing the quotation marks with nothing. So there is no mistakes here on the HTTP request. And basically the other two guys, you don't need these two. Basically, well, you need this one, you don't need the other one. Basically this one is for creating the name of the file. So when you create the file, the data file, so in B64 on the image API, you then need to actually have a name, and I'll show you why in a second in the next module. So here it basically just creates a file name, and it's always like this image1.jpg, but it can change the image one, so it can be like AI in business.jpg. Okay, the main important thing is the termination JPEG, especially for what I want, which is sent to Google Drive or Slack or whatever I want to actually have the image. And here just the previous prompt on the image. Okay, and this is really basic. It's 04 mini. You can change whatever you want, but it's basically saying that to create a JPEG title. Okay, and then what do I have here? I just added this. You don't need it. I just create a title for the LinkedIn post, just because I want to send all of these to project management, like ClickUp, or if you want to send like a Airtable, a Google Sheet. I want to have all of this because now I want to generate a LinkedIn post. So I want to have like a title, the LinkedIn post, the image, and all of that like organized. So I asked them to just read the LinkedIn that the AI agent created and make a short title, really simple prompt. I just want a title for this. And again, guys, this is like the one that you guys are be waiting for, which is the HTTP make a request for the image chat API. And here we just the entire thing. I'll go through a little bit all the stuff in here. But basically this is just a basic HTTP request with a post method. Again, the URL is this one here, image generation. I will put down below the link for the OpenAI documentation. Right now, guys, when I'm creating actually this video, it's giving this error for the platform OpenAI. Oh, now it's actually okay. So it was down for like 10 minutes, but now it's okay. But I'll put down below all the documentation for image generation. I can even maybe start looking again, because I was looking before and it was not giving any. I think it's this one, but again, I will leave down below so you guys can read it. Let's see, I think it's this one, but again, I will leave down below. Okay, so this is this one. Again, as you guys can see, this is the post and URL link. If you guys don't know how to use API, guys, please check the we have another video here and also in our school community about APIs. Go check it out if you don't know how to read APIs, because this is really important. If you want to do automation, you need to know how to read. I'm not a coder, I'm not a programmer, and I just learned how to read this and trial and error. So if I can do it, you also can do it as well. But basically, this is the post and the HTTP request of OpenAI image generation. And basically, you just have to go back here. And again, I put the URL, the same method is post, and then you need to put these two things, which is the authorization. This is your API key, basically right in here. So you need to go to OpenAI, to your dashboard, and create, let me just go down here. You need to go to your profile and create an OpenAI key. If I go here, OpenAI keys, just create a new secret key, and that's it. And you grab the secret key right in here, and you need to put bear, so you need to put this like little name before, and then is your API key. Again, guys, please don't copy this API key. I will remove it after this video, so it will not work. So don't try to to make us pay for images. I will just delete this, because we have so many people that just copy and paste our API. So I will delete it, but basically this is our API key bear, and then there is the name field is authorization, and then you have the content type is application JSON, and then the body type is raw, content JSON, application JSON as well. And this is what you can actually do. You can actually do more stuff. These are like the parameters that you can use. So the module will be the new one, which is GPT/image/1. The prompt I'm grabbing from this one that replaced the quotation marks, but you can grab it from the ChatGPT. So it's the prompt of the image, okay, not the LinkedIn post, the prompt of the image. And then the size, I choose it square. You can change wherever you want. That's why I think it's really cool, because you can actually do more stuff and control. And I'll show you here, there is other stuff that you can do with Open API documentation. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, just a second. Let's go back again. But there is other stuff, like you can say how many images he wants him to generate. I just want to create one, so it doesn't make sense to put a lot. But as you can see here, guys, there is a couple of things that you can do, and there is different stuff that you can do. So this is a great image. You can even give like an image reference. Again, this is more stuff that you need to go all the way down. Like there is this N here, which is basically the number of image that you want to do, the size. So you just have to go again. I'll put this down below. You can come here and see what are all the parameters, even like masks, for example, if you want to edit an image and not create one. So there is a lot of actions, guys. This is just the tip of the iceberg on this image API key. So just a basic for you to create an image, but you can do so many things with this. But let's continue. So this is just the JSON format that you need to do and to use, and you can just put no, okay. And again, I grab the prompt, the size, and yep, that's pretty much it. I'll just save it, and then I'll before I run it, I want to show you these two tools here, which are really important. So basically what happened is that when he grabs the data, he grabs more information than just the image. He grabs like the creating time and so on. So you need first to parse the JSON, and I will run one time so you can see it. So I need to parse the data that brings, you see here, this is just an example that I ran previously. It says created one-on-one, but what you want is this here that you cannot see it, I cannot expand it, but it's like B664 JSON. So I want these. I don't need all of this, so I need to parse the JSON first, and then this is kind of the key, guys, that I took me some time to actually figure it out, because on N8N, as I told you, there is a module that says convert big64 to binary files, or just I think you just convert to binary files, but there's nothing on make.com. But there is actually a formula that makes that transform it to binary, which is this one here, the variable to binary. And basically what I did was I just put the JSON parser. So you need to use this formula. So as you can see, I can even show you here. So when you parse the JSON from the data, you will have like this. So you see, you have the created time separated, and this B64 JSON is actually the image, but it's just a code. So if you send these, some of the time it will not work. So you need to actually transfer to binary file, and binary file can be acknowledged by platforms like Slack, like Google Drive, and so on. And he knows that it kind of can be an image, and he can create the image and the file that you can actually read it. So I just put it like this. This is the formula, guys, that make has is 2 binary, and then in quotes in the parameters, or how do the brackets, you can put the data here. So you grab this name here, B64, you push it, and then you this one here, and you write base 64, and then you end with a bracket, okay? And then you save it, and then for Google Drive or ClickUp or wherever you want, I prefer, guys, just to be honest, I prefer to always send to Google Drive, because I want to save all the images in Google Drive. And the other thing I'll say is that when you send to Google Drive, I always have a web link. So now, not only I have the binary file that I can use on platforms like Slack. For example, if I want to attach a file, Slack can read binary files. I think if you send also directly to LinkedIn, you can use it. So every platform that asks you for the file, you can use this one here that comes from the binary file. If you want the link, a lot of platforms ask you for the URL link of the image. You don't have it here. But if you send to Google Drive, you have the file. And there's other stuff as well, that if there for some reason the platform cannot read the binary file, it gives you an error. Now I have it on Google Drive. I can just open a new module of Google Drive actually, and do download the file. So now I can actually download it in a proper file of an image, which is really, really cool, guys. Again, that was a lot of try and error, but I knew that if I can send it to Google Drive, then I can do whatever I want. And basically the Google Drive is just uploading a file to Google Drive. And basically I just choose a random folder like test, and basically this is the map of the file. Okay, so it says, I just put it the name that I created on the GPT. Remember that I have a ChatGPT to create a file name with .jpeg, is this one here, and the data, as you can see, is this binary. So is this code here. This is a binary file, guys. Okay, so you need to grab this binary file and put it on the data, and I just click it save. Okay, and that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you can actually transfer an image from API, because there is no URL. I think like probably when you are saying this video, maybe there will be like a file or a URL, so you probably don't need this step. It's just really, really recent. So again, please be aware of that. And maybe you are watching this video, you don't need all of this kind of crap. You can just have like a module, they will have a URL as Dali Ali. But for now, and again, if you want to take advantage right now, because now is where you make the most money, right? There's no I'll say like 90% of the people don't know how to do this. So if you are watching this right now and you still need to do this, is because it's still on the beginning and you have an edge to all the other people. So again, I have the Google file now, and what I did now, just at the end, I sent to a ClickUp task. I created a task because now I want everything organized. So I organized the content, I organized the task name, again the name that I created, the content is a response, and then I also have, you see here, I have a custom field, which is the image URL, which is a web view link. Okay, and that's pretty much it, guys. Now I have all the stuff in ClickUp, and I don't need anything else to it. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it on all the stuff that create the image. And again, I have the Slack here, so I can show you how you can actually send to Slack, and why Slack, for example, in this case, I can upload the file to Slack and I can send a direct message to me with the image. And I didn't change the image, I was just testing out, but I need to grab the image URL, the one that I created. Let me just check where it is. I think it's this one here. Let's see. Not this one. Let me see where I have the JPEG message. Okay, it's this one here. Again, you see these little quotes in here. I probably need to change that, because again, it also gives an error. But just for you to know that you can actually map out with the binary data, and if there is a JPEG on the name, on the file name, Slack in this case knows that this binary code is an image, so it can send the image to you. So again, some platforms will understand binary files, and depending on the file name, if it's JPEG or PNG, for example, he will know that is an image and he will convert in an image. Some of the platforms will not do that, so you need to maybe use a download file from Google Drive and put that PNG or JPEG, or just use the web link from Google Drive. That's why I like the Google Drive option, because you have all the links. I can download the file if I want now, and I can save it, so it's really cool. Okay, but let me just go back really quickly, and I need to probably label all of this but I will just add a module here with a replace. And again, you can have all access to all of these inside of our school community, but I'll just replace the let me just push myself in here, but let me just grab my message, which has the name. I'm just doing these guys because, as you can see, there is a little quotation marks even. That's really annoying from ChatGPT and so on. But the new value, oh sorry, so the pattern not, so this is the quotations, and the new value is nothing, and the text to remember is this one here. And I'll just go back and put it the name of the file where it is, the name of the file. Okay, file name. I will put it this one here. Okay, just because I don't want any errors. Probably could save it with quotations marks, but again, and on Slack, I will not put it, but I'll just change this file name so you can see it. I'll change it to the text parser, the first one, and I'll save it. So I will just unlink, guys, here, and let me show you how this works. Okay, just to finish, again, this is just a really big video, but I just want to go step by step on how to do it. So let's choose start. I choose one that I already did, which is, I think, home office versus work, and I just want to see what it can create. So let's see if you can run it. Again, guys, there is still some errors, to be honest, sometimes with the APIs and so on. I did a lot of testing at the end, and also just for you to know it. Okay, so how much it costs to create an image? I think that's a really important question. To be honest, images like these with the prompt that I made, I'm seeing 17 cents per image. Which is not super expensive. However, image is always more expensive than just text itself, so just please remind of that. But I'm seeing around 17 cents. But again, guys, if you can just create an entire Instagram with images and you had millions of views, like, what is 17 cents? Or even like testing 100 ads on your company, what is 17, or like even like 20, 100 euros or dollars or $1,000. I think these actually replace a designer. So I don't want to say that because I don't like to say that to replace a human being, but it's actually true. So I don't think that's too much, to be honest. On cost, again, it takes a little bit of time to create the image, and now it's creating. So as you can see, it's working well. And just a quick point as well, guys, still the images are not perfect. Sometimes the text is not well, but that is mostly because of the prompt. So I just need to go back and just refine the prompt now, just to be clear. But let's see what created. So we actually created, sorry, let me grab ClickUp so I can see if we grab everything. So I'll go to ClickUp and I'll check it out, the tasks, if ClickUp can open today. But okay, this is just some text. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here it is. Remote versus office, tracking the post. So as you guys can see, it created the entire LinkedIn post. Again, the goal of these guys is then just to post directly to LinkedIn. I did this little step because I really want to use this, and I want to check the post first before sending. So I want to have like a status mode where I can just say yes, schedule, no, disqualify. So I want to have like a manual step in between. So that's why I'm sending to ClickUp, and then I can choose the status and change it. But as you can see, pretty good, I would say, LinkedIn post. You had like a CTA, what have been your experience. There are some insights to consider: flexibility, collaboration, talent pool. But I think the main thing is just the image here. Let's see if it worked. And that's it, guys. Pretty good, I would say. Home office and in-person office. So again, I'll probably do some tweakings, but come on, guys. It's pretty good, I would say, these instructions. And this gets a lot of views and a lot of comments on LinkedIn. So imagine now that you can do like every hour you can do one, or like the volume. I think the sky is the limit right now, to be honest. I just need to improve this prompt and they will be perfect. to just start, producing massive LinkedIn posts for people in this case. And the infographic is I think it's pretty cool. Like there is a little tweaks that I'll probably change it, but there is no errors on the text, and yeah, it's a pretty cool one, guys. And the weight between remote work and home office, I think is really cool. I can even post this on my LinkedIn, to be honest. But as you can see, guys, I have the JPEG file now. I can do whatever I want with it. I can send to whatever platform I want, and that's it, guys. It's pretty much automatically, guys. Again, this is just the tip of the iceberg, what you can do with the ChatGPT image generation. Again, you just need to grab the API key, put it here, and I think this is the main one that you guys want to look into it and grab it, and just play around, guys. Imagine creating an Instagram with, you saw those Ghibli images with celebrities. Now you can have, for example, a spreadsheet where every time you put a celebrity there, it creates a Ghibli and sends to your Instagram. You see? And you can put like 100 there, like whatever celebrity you want, and you will create one by one all the images and send to your Instagram. For example, ads. You just put for them now, I can just put like all my company here. My assistant can grab all the information of my company, or even like a competitor. I can just give a URL. He will do research about the URL, creates image or ads comparing to the company. For example, any marketing asset you can think of, like comparisons, infographics, even receipts, whatever you want, you can actually create in here. So it's really exciting, guys. I think this is probably the biggest trend for this year, because people will do it massively. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. It was a little bit of a long video, but I wanted to do step by step. And as I told you, I don't think anyone is still talking about this on make.com, just because it's a little bit more tricky to grab the binary file. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope I can give you some kind of value and you can use it right away. And again, if you want to use this entire thing, just plug and play and import directly the blueprint. You can just click on the link below. You can go to our school community. Everything will be there. All the files, all the prompts for the image that are really complex and really big, as you can see here, they will be down there on the school community, and you can grab all of them in there. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.